So my name's Usman and I run Ansar, which is a law firm in London helping people to obtain visas and passports for the UK. That's a good question, and I think certainly from my own experience as an immigration lawyer in London, I've seen other people from Hong Kong have the same question. The basic answer is that no, you don't need to have a BNO passport. The important thing is to show that you have the BNO status, or, for example, that you're the family member of such a person. Of course, the easiest way to show that you have BNO status will be a BNO passport. But if you don't have that, then it is possible, for example, that the UK government can establish your status through its own internal records. If a family is coming to the UK from Hong Kong, then the simplest situation is where, for example, you have a parent who has BNO status, and then any children are under the age of 18. However, of course, it does happen that some people are, in some situations, the children might be over 18, or, for example, there might be one child who's over 18. Now, normally the UK government would say if the child is over 18, they need to have been born on or after the 1st of July 1997. So that would be the general rule. If there's a situation where there's somebody who is over 18 and was born before the 1st of July 1997, then there may be other visa categories that are appropriate for them. There are various other UK visa categories. There are a lot of people from Hong Kong who have a high level of skills and qualifications. And so I think that many people would be eligible for some kind of other UK visa. I think that is something that quite a lot of people from Hong Kong have done. Because of course, if you're from Hong Kong, then normally you don't need a visa just to travel to the UK. You can just travel here without too many problems. Important question then, if you do travel to the UK in that way, is how to stay here for a long period of time. Because normally if you travel here without a visa, then you can only stay up to 6 months. But of course we know that lots of people from Hong Kong want to stay in the UK for the long term. And so the UK government has made it easier for people from Hong Kong to do exactly that. So to come here and to apply for their long-term visa when they're in the UK. In order to apply for the visa, in principle, like any other UK visa application, the application itself is online. So you prepare the application form, you submit all of that online, and then when you do that, you book an appointment to attend a visa centre, for example in the UK. So if you're making your application in the UK, the visa centre will be in the UK. It's an interesting question, partly because I've helped some people from Hong Kong do exactly that. Some people come here and they just have their 6 months to stay in the UK and can potentially extend their visas in that situation. Other people apply for their BNO visa in Hong Kong, so they apply for a 2.5-year visa. When they come into the end of the 2.5 years in the UK, they then apply for another 2.5 years. The idea is that once you reach the end of the 5 years, in principle, you can apply for your permanent visa. So that's normally what people are thinking about. This again, it's a question that comes up for some people from Hong Kong, particularly because of the problems that have been happening in Hong Kong. And so I know that some people have had problems with the authorities in Hong Kong, and then they're very worried about how that's going to affect their UK visa application. The general point is that normally it is true that a negative immigration or criminal record does normally make it quite difficult to obtain a UK visa. However, the UK government realises that they've created this BNO visa precisely because of the problems in Hong Kong, and so they are more flexible with people from Hong Kong that do have, let's say, negative things in their history due to those problems. I think that, let's put it this way, if you're in that category, then you have a complicated case, and I think you should certainly get the advice of an immigration lawyer, but you should not lose hope entirely. I, as an immigration lawyer, I've dealt with visa applications for various people in this kind of situation. So, for example, somebody from Hong Kong who was a single parent, and I was helping him to extend his visa in the UK. I've also helped people from other countries who are single parents to bring their children here, for example. The point about these applications is that they are generally quite difficult. The UK government normally wants to try to keep families together, and they don't like families being split through migration. And so normally they will want you to show either that you are the sole surviving parent, so for example where the other parent has passed away, or that you have sole responsibility for the child, so you are effectively the only parent who has parental responsibility for the child, or that the other parent is already in the UK with some other status, or that there is a sort of a general exception, if you like, of where there are serious and compelling reasons why you should be allowed to come here with your child as a single parent, as you mentioned. Okay, so certainly those applications are difficult, and I think it's important to take expert advice if you are in that kind of situation. This is a question that a lot of people from Hong Kong ask. I think partly because obviously we know that there are lots of very successful business people in Hong Kong, lots of people with very successful professional careers, for example. And so sometimes, for example, they may want to send their family to the UK, but they want to be able to maintain their business or their job outside the UK. The short answer to your question is that absences from the UK become a particular problem when people are applying for their permanent visa. So that's their indefinite leave to remain in the UK. And at that point, the very general rule is that you need to have spent no more than 180 days a year outside the UK in order to obtain that visa. So that's an important consideration. You need to try to limit your absences as much as possible. If you want, we can discuss what to do if that's a problem, but I think that's the general position. First of all, some people from Hong Kong want to know about their options beyond the BNO visa route. Of course, there are many visas to come to the UK, and the BNO visa is just one of them. Also, some people from Hong Kong, as I said, they come to the UK without any visa at all, and they want to apply for a visa once they're in the UK. The basic point here is that it is possible, in principle, to switch to other visas in the UK. So, for example, to a work visa or a student visa or a family visa. There are lots of other visas that you can apply for in the UK. But my basic question, I suppose, to anyone from Hong Kong thinking about this would be, why do you want to apply for a different visa? Now, there may be good reasons, but the reality is that the BNO visa is one of the most favourable, one of the most positive visa categories in the UK, because it's quite flexible and it also leads to settlement. It leads to a permanent visa in the UK, normally within 5 years. And there are not many UK visas that are, much more attractive than that. But by all means, I'm happy to discuss that with anyone if they do want to talk about that.